Hello.
Hello, friends.
Are you there, God? It's me, Suzanne.
And I guess me too, Presley, but
Presley's there too, I guess. God. Okay. Episode 50. I'll
my,
stop talking to God and I'll start talking to all of you.
that's who knows who's listening, really.
That's very true.
What a beautiful thought.
The Boring Corporation.
Yeah, you said their name.
Yeah.
So I guess you can all guess what we're talking about today then.
Ow, ow. Episode 50. Dungeon Crawler Carl.
Dungeon Crawler Carl.
Dungeon Crawler Carl.
I don't think it's just us with the name alone just being kind of hard to pronounce and then also forgetting if I'm saying it correctly.
It's many consonants, and I kind of like it. It's got a chewy, a crunchy mouthfeel.
Yeah, it's definitely strange. But it fits the book, honestly, and I wonder if that's the reasoning for it.
I think so. And I think adding, instead of just calling it Dungeon Crawler, adding Carl makes it jovial and personable. Who is this Carl? Why is he crawling through a dungeon?
Yeah.
I love a good title. So, Dungeon Crawler Carl, episode 50, and new achievement.
Part 1.
Yeah. Before we get into that, though, Presley, what have you been up to since we last spoke?
Well, recently, I guess just mostly Lorcana stuff, which has been fun. We've done different formats. Got my butt kicked a lot. And then I did see Project Hail Mary with the love of my life. But if you have a chance to watch a movie, watch it. It was so good, especially if you're into like space stuff and sci-fi. It was so good. It was such a good movie.
I haven't seen it yet. I hope to, but man, there's so many fun things to do in so little time. But what can you do?
Yes.
Pick which ones are most important. What have I done? At Cinema Club, they played this movie, Bright Star, about Keats. Did I talk about this already?
Mm-mm.
About Keats and Fanny Braun and their love story. And it sent me into a little bit of like, I wouldn't say it's a hyperfixation. It's not at that point, but it is this invigorated interest in romantic poets of England. And man, beautiful movie. And it's really inspired a new level of sadness in me that I'm enjoying tapping into.
Good. Great.
Yeah. If you're a Pisces, look into that.
It's just great for the whole family.
Yeah. It was so intense. It literally killed me and then brought me back to life.
Perfect.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I mean, Cinema Club's just fun. Fun times.
Good.
But the real star of the hour is Carl.
Yeah.
Crawling through the dungeon with
And
his little buddy.
in honor of our 50th episode, because it took us 50 episodes to get here, we've decided to do a little bit of restructuring of how we're presenting our little book reviews and stuff like that. So just follow along. You'll get used to it in time. And if you don't like the change, that's too bad, because we've already forgotten how we used to do it.
Truly.
It's not that different. It doesn't matter.
I mean, if you're not learning and growing, what are you doing, right? And when we're looking back at our old stuff, we're like, how can we improve this? So now we are perfect, and we're going to do this perfectly, and you're going to love it.
Yeah.
So get ready for that.
Prepare yourselves for our perfection.
Yeah.
Well, I guess we could start off with synopsis.
Yeah, we're going to jump into the summary.
It's going to be a little appetizer for you. This is the appetizer.
That's the one.
Synopsis start.
When he's outside with the cat and the earth ends, they get notification that Earth's been taken over by this corporation that's going to mine it for minerals. And he has a very short window of time to decide if he wants to participate in this kind of reality show, sort of competition, extreme situation that this place puts on. Like a different company hosts it every year, where you have to work your way through like a competitive reality show. And that's your only way of, I guess, like continuing to be alive.
Well, he doesn't really know that at first. It's more like he just sees the dungeon open and like he knows either go in or don't, but it's warm in there, so he goes in.
That's how a lot of things start.
Yeah.
Yeah. So once he's in there, he realizes that he and the cat are now in this like weird situation, and they work their way into, how are they going to get through this? Who would you say this book is for?
I guess mostly for someone who either one like doesn't read a lot normally, because I feel like this is a very easy book for people who aren't book people necessarily. It was a very easy, fun read.
Yeah.
But it's also for people who just like, I guess more like sci-fi fantasy stuff. So if you're into that kind of stuff, if you liked Stranger Things, or if you liked Lord of the Rings, or if you like Star Wars, like any kind of series like that, you would like this. It's really good.
Yeah, it's I think it gets pitched as like a role playing game
Yes, yeah.
sort of
That's what it
vibe.
feels like, yeah. It definitely, and it's like written in a way where it's like I like it because I like things that are written like that, where it's like text, speech, or different things, and it has different fonts, and you can kind of read it that way, where it's like it's kind of broken down a little bit more.
Yeah, it's very like punchy. It's like
Yes.
the excitement's kept up. The dialogue is very accessible.
I think, yeah, it's like it's very easy media to intake
Yeah,
and funny, just genuinely funny.
definitely.
So, I mean, if that sounds appealing to you, I would definitely go read it. I mean, I would even go try it out. I think this book was one of those ones where even at the beginning you knew that it was going to be good, and it kind of started out I don't think it started out slow. I think it started out like at a really good pace.
Yeah, the entire thing was well paced. And I think I agree that, I mean, if you're into like nerd stuff, you're going to like this, especially if you're into D&D or like Stranger Things, Ready Player One, like that sort of thing. But also, I would say these girls who are very into like romantasy, I think would really like this because one, we know that you love a series. You want like a lot of content. There's already what, like 8 books out,
Yeah,
something like that.
And
So
there will be more.
yeah, and they're like, I mean, they're just, it's the kind of book that like you want to keep reading the series. So if you're like a series lover, if you're a nerd, if you are into like fantasy, sci-fi sort of stuff,
Yeah, it's for sure, and just good to check out.
yeah.
Wow.
So this is your warning.
Yeah, from this point forward, there might be things that are like a little bit spoilery. I don't think we'll ever like,
I'm not going to tell you the ending.
yeah, like I'm not going to do a crazy spoiler.
I don't want to ruin things that are like, that you would be surprised by it happening.
Yeah. So, but this is your warning if you don't want to hear anything about the book.
Because we will be discussing things that
Yes.
could be
And like just like particulars. So like if you don't like it now, just pause it, read the book, come back here, and then you'll want to hear us talk about more of the books. So,
I don't believe that you'll come back. I'm not hopeful, but you could. You could.
Are you nagging them right now?
I am.
Or is this rage bait?
Yes.
All right. Well, hopefully that works.
Yeah. But yeah, that's, if you want this spoiled for you or not. That's on you. Or you know what? If you don't want to read this, but you want to know what your friends are talking about, this could be a good option.
Yeah, this will give you some points that you can talk about, and you can act like you are in the know.
Yeah, definitely.
Because that's us, always in the know.
Always. The kids look to these guys for what's hip.
So this is our new segment of book review. We're calling it The Meltdown.
The meltdown.
We're going to need to get some sort of melting sound.
Did that work?
Sure.
Yeah.
We've kind of broken it into a couple of different sections. That way we can give a more well-rounded review and give everyone what they're clamoring for.
Certainly.
I like how I said a weird word.
I had to up it to certainly. Oh, no.
Well, all right, Suzanne, what was your first impression of the book?
I said I think that it felt very engaging. It was immediately like, this is funny. It feels like I'm watching a movie that I'm really enjoying. It had that like kind of like hero's journey, like nerdy vibe kind of immediately to it that is compelling. But it also just it felt very much like you as the reader are an active participant in the book and like you're going through it with the characters. Um, so it had that kind of feel, but it also feels a little bit like cooler than a lot of those books, where I think sometimes that's what breaks the fourth wall or whatever that's
Oh, for
called.
sure. Because if it's more, like, realistic and more like dialogue that it sounds like an actual conversation, it's just easier to intake.
Yes, definitely. And that's really like the dialogue. I'm a dialogue girly, but having somebody speak the way that they would speak just feels very visceral of like there's a little bit of cursing but not too much. It feels very like authentic in how you would react to things that were happening in that way. And yeah, I instantly was hooked. What was your first impression?
No, I pretty much the same thing where I liked specifically the dialogue itself, and it was just very engaging right away, and that the pace was like not too fast but not too slow, and it got you in there. And even like the fast paced stuff, like, I don't know, I just genuinely overall like the pacing of the book is very good to listen to. And it's one of those ones where you're listening to it and maybe you have to go do something else, and then you just can't wait to keep listening, even at like, you know regular parts of it.
That's true. I love that when you're like so stoked to get back to a book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, any favorite character you would like to?
I mean, I'm going to say Carl. Like,
Carl's a solid choice. I mean, there's a reason the book's Dungeon
he is the
Crawler
main
Carl.
character. Yeah. But I think uh I like that Carl's like a good guy without being like a dweebus.
That's true. Yeah, and like,
Yeah.
yeah, the things that he does, you can hear him thinking like why he does the things that he does, and it sounds like a normal thing.
Yeah, like he's got like the balance of a real man where like he wants to do the right thing, but he also is like, is this going to screw me over? And, I think he sounds hot. I think he sounds like, I don't know, just, I also
Yeah.
just admire when people have a lot of willpower.
Sure. Yeah. 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 I hear that.
Yeah. And his funny little outfit.
That can't be helped.
You're wearing what you're wearing when
Yeah.
the rapture comes.
Yeah. Which I know we talked about a little bit, but like, what if you're like covered in something? Like, what if it's not clothing? What if what if it's still a solid, but it's not clothing? Are you
It's
still
pudding.
You said pudding, not pudding,
Shit.
but pudding.
Butt pudding.
Are you still covered in it when
Ew.
you go down there? That's what I want to know.
I would say yes.
Do you think it's
I don't think it cleans you
do
in
you,
the
do
process.
you think it's appropriate to write the author and ask?
Yes.
After reading this book, I think he'd write me back.
That's, you know what? Maybe we should.
All right.
All right. We'll
Well,
let you guys know if we get an answer to our dying questions. Presley, who's your favorite character?
um, mine's probably glaringly obvious. I love Princess Donut. That is the cat that, after eating magical item, becomes sentient. Well, cats are already sentient,
She
but like
like
she can talk.
yeah,
So I guess she can
speak
communicate
English.
with, yeah. Well, down there apparently you can communicate.
And syntax or
Yeah.
whatever it is.
So, but obviously now Carl can understand Donut, and Donut is basically like very pompous and like bossy and very blunt, but also like really funny. I just love that character. I don't know. Some of my favorite, like how impulsive she is, but things seem to go right, which like I'm a huge advocate for, because like I think you just got to do things. And like, yeah, sometimes it doesn't work out, but for the most part, if you're just feeling confident about a thing, it's going to work out well. And I admire the cat for that. But also, I just love cats. And I don't know. She's a very funny character. And like, I just love how smart she is.
I also wanted to shout out that I really like the idea of danger dingoes and that they're like corpse paint dingoes.
Yeah, yeah.
So cute.
There's so and that too. There's so many like good little details in this book that of these like different creatures too. Um, it's fun. I definitely liked how they reference like they were like, what should we name these people? Lorelai and Rory, like these little things that are really funny. That it's like, yeah, you would leave the TV on for the cat, so of course the cat knows all of these TV shows
Yeah.
and like wants to talk about Gossip Girl. Like that's hilarious.
Hilarious.
And like makes me think because obviously the dogs probably know a lot about like Last Podcast on the Left and
That's so. Our dogs watch Last Podcast on the Left, how it's like streaming now. Like, that's what they watch during the day.
yeah, they watch a lot of Korean dramas. They watch a lot of animes. They've watched One Piece.
Garden videos.
Yeah,
Yeah, they know what's up.
yeah, they know a lot now. But so besides favorite characters, what was your favorite part, if you or thing?
My favorite part, and this again, this might be. I mean, it's kind of a spoil, but I think you also know that it's coming when they make so many announcements about it during the game. My favorite part was definitely when one of the elderly residents there, Jack, like pisses on a wall, and you're not allowed to piss there. You're just not. You can't keep peeing in the hallways. It's been warned many times,
I like
and
that
he
too.
does, and it incurs the wrath of a rage elemental, who then is like, "It's gonna destroy you and your whole party."
That's
And
scary.
I mean, one, it sounded really cool in metal because
I
it's
was about
like
to say,
blue, purple smoke,
and
whoa,
that's what
electricity, lightning. Blah, blah, blah.
these creatures are like described very well, and like I don't know, it sounds fun. And
Yeah, it. I mean, it sounded like it would look really cool, and that I could
Yeah,
like
like I don't
hit
want
a
to.
spliff and listen to some Sabbath, and I'd be like, man, this is.
Sure, but I don't want to. I don't want to see that.
But dealing with it,
Yeah, like I
that's
don't
the
want to
part,
fight it.
and that is why I think this was my favorite moment, because like that happens and that's cool. But then on the same hand, I'm like, as a nurse, being frustrated by old men who are like, I'm gonna piss on this.
Like stop.
I'm like,
and like don't act like you didn't already piss your pants. But you
Just-
know what I mean.
but devil's advocate, they're
Yeah.
not all there. They're gonna
I-
do it.
I guess.
But like, man, the frustration that is that I felt was very relatable and just described so well.
That's funny. I didn't even. Yeah, I can see you enjoying the old people part.
I was like, I knew he was gonna do. Somebody was gonna do this.
That's fine. I didn't even think about but you're always on piss alert, so
You gotta be
that's why.
clocking it.
That's why they get put into cages. Huh?
Sometimes,
I meant beds.
sometimes you can prevent it by just being a little bit anticipatory of somebody's behavior, and I think that's why you get yourself stuck on piss watch anyway.
Yeah, or why you don't want to join a group because you never know what other people are going to do. But
That's very true.
Carl's very kind-hearted, which is nice too. It's like after all of this, he still has his humanity.
Yeah.
And actually Donut too. Donut's like, I like Donut because it's like, yeah, she's pompous and like bossy, but also still caring and like smart in that sense.
Yeah.
But
What was your favorite part?
I was genuinely like laughing at the parts with the toe stuff. I won't say too much, but like that is hilarious to me. And like, tell me who hasn't got like you're working at like a Lowe's store making keys. You get a phone call. It's somebody on the other end doing something with their genitals, and you're just like, really, right now? This is. I wish you wouldn't. I
Wish you wouldn't.
like. It was so funny and so well done that it's like, that the computer's just obsessed with Carl's feet, and like it kind of like keeps encouraging the use of them, and that was like a genuinely really funny thing. I love when like funny books are funny and like clever in a way that like is different and like
Yeah.
this was, but it still incorporated something very human and real, where you're just like, what on? I guess you can anticipate those creepy phone calls.
So funny. Yeah. There's definitely like, the foot stuff in general. Do you remember when we used to get pedicures?
What do you mean used to?
Well, that's true. We worked at an office.
I got to keep these hooves shaved down, friends.
That's true. Or they turn into stiletto hooves.
It's bad.
Okay, so we worked at an office with a bunch of other like young women, and it was such a fun time. But it was like every 2-3 weeks we'd go and get pedicures after work, and I have beautiful feet, beautiful, but
it's subjective. I think
it's a subjective toe. That's where I'm gonna leave it. Not to tempt any AI into investigating,
unless someone wants to pace it in to look at it.
Listen, it's not for everybody. The people who love it, love it.
And this wouldn't even be like a sexual thing. This would be more like buying a ticket to one of those circus shows.
Yeah. Anyway, there was that one guy who would like run over himself to be like, I will give you the pedicure. And I was like, I like that.
And like the massages part of went too long on toes. Then again, I mean,
we're consenting adults.
If it's a good pedicure,
yeah,
that's your choice.
Yeah.
You got in there.
I think you should share your work story without names.
Which one?
Somebody who likes to be of service. He's not going to listen to this.
I don't know that.
Yeah, and he'd like it because he's being of service to us right now.
Okay, and it's not going to be my coworkers anyway. So, there's just someone at work who every time comes to talk to me or something will get down on their knees and be like, I am at your service. And I'm like, you don't have to, I don't want to participate in this. It's weird. And like he told another coworker, I am your slave. It's like, that's not normal work talk. That's bad. And so I think he tried to get me to like consent to this or whatever. So he keeps going like, oh, you're okay with this and that? And every time he would say it, I would go, yeah, if my stuff gets approved. Yeah, if I get like a raise out of this, just to be like, go ahead and take that to HR. That would be hilarious.
Yeah. And we're both in this conundrum, buddy.
Yeah, I know. I don't care. Like it's
and
weird.
like, do you think I'm dumb?
That too.
Do you think that I don't know that you're jerking off?
Do you think that I haven't had a creepy older man try to like get me to pick something up off the floor before? Like that man who tried to get you to pick up that banana that one time?
God. Yeah. Back when I was a youth, I was like my little punk youth. And it was just, a lot of like ripped up tights and Doc Martens and mini skirts and bullet belts. And this 7-Eleven guy, the guy who worked at 7-Eleven, would not stop trying to follow me around the store and then was knocking things off the shelf and being like, you dropped that. You have to pick it up.
He kept dropping a banana.
And I was like, I'm going to smash your fucking banana into a million pieces. Motherfucker. Get out of my face.
That's exactly what he wants. He wants his banana smashed.
And like, I'm not going to do it. You want it too bad. I'm not going to do it.
That's how I feel at work where I'm like, I'm not going to play this game, but like, that's funny that you think that that I have no idea what's going on here. Like, get out of my face. You're not the first and you're not the last, Buster.
You're not the first. I will say, and this is not to neg my fellow ladies, a lot of them, bless them, don't change. You are a wholesome little gal. I don't think that you're here listening to this if you are. But
if you are,
I like that you're naive and that you don't realize what they're doing. I think that's really sweet.
Yes, like if someone at work is doing these kinds of behaviors, it's not an inside joke. It's a kink.
Yeah, it's just a lot of the time it's a kink. Anytime anything starts to feel a little bit weird, you're caught up in somebody's sexual game and you got to find your way out. And finding your way out is either be so naive that you just really don't know that it's happening, but remember that no means no. And two can play at that game.
Yeah.
Get your reports expedited.
Yeah. It like say, can you repeat that closer to my book bag?
Yeah.
And have a recorder in there and then also a knife.
Or you have not hit the limit that I have agreed is sufficient on my foot massage, so keep going.
Yeah.
Like, you've got leverage in the game, ladies.
Like, take your piece out of it. It doesn't matter what it is. Monetary,
Yeah.
flesh, make it yours. Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is another part of the review that we're going to start doing, which I actually kind of like. We're going to do a little bit of theories of what we think the next books in the series. So like book 2, like what we think it's going to incorporate more.
Or if it was a standalone, what do we think might have happened? What do we think? Yeah. Theories. So the main ones that come to mind for me, I think that Bee's going to make a return. I think she was outside on the beach.
That is
when something's going to happen.
Maybe.
I think she's going to be in there somewhere. And then I think they talk a bit about Mordecai. So Mordecai's like their, what's that called? You know what? I meant to mention this sooner. This book was actually a little bit difficult for me as a non-video game person. I don't know. They're like, oh, the HUD, this and that, and then like this mini map goes to here, and I'm like,
NPC and stuff like that.
I'm like, I understand that a lot of people are probably like, yeah, I know. I don't know what that means. I had to look up a lot of it, but in that, so Mordecai is like their instructional guild master, where you go to learn about playing the game.
Yeah, like a guide.
And it's mentioned that he needs his person to get to level 4 at least. So I think there's going to be like a big thing happening with that, where it's like, I mean, Carl and Mordecai and Princess Donna all get along really well, and like their dynamic is really fun. But I think there's going to come a moment with level 4 where like Mordecai gets like even a little bit more invested, because I mean, if you're constantly training people, it would be hard to like just watch them die over and over. So I think that's going to be maybe where things get a little bit more,
I could see that,
personal. They stop being polite and they start getting real.
Well,
that's real world.
I like that. My theory is a little bit more simple, but just more, if it's video games, just kind of more like questy kind of stuff, or like something more along that line, where it's like how they're fighting like these bosses and stuff and this and that, like doing more things like that. Which I quite like too, that they kind of have these like giant monsters that are different in each way, and you kind of have to figure out like, okay, like how do I get this thing?
That's true. And there's just a lot of like really good foreshadowing. They talk about that Princess Donut does like a spell on herself, or is it with her tiara maybe?
Yeah, her tiara that like
eventually she's going to have to like fight a sultan.
And then like kill a whole bloodline.
Yeah.
It's a thing. And you know what? I'm excited to find out.
Yeah, same. I think also, do you think that they put Carl's Crocs somewhere for the AI?
Like they hid them? Probably.
Maybe.
They want to see them piggies.
They do. Yeah.
Well, yeah.
All right, so we're going to go into our rating system. We have a new rating system where we're going to sum up how we felt about it.
It's going to be a scale out of 1 through 5. And these are going to be, I'm going to go 1 through 5. Ready? It's going to be absolutely not, like it, love it, gotta have it, and Hollywood handshake. You might recognize these things from different rating systems. We thought they seemed appropriate for this. So, Suzanne, what would your rating out of this be?
I don't want to be... listen, I'm a hard grader, okay? I will say that I am a reformed hard grader. A reformed people pleaser into a hard grader. That was a
Okay.
very convoluted way for me to say that I used to be a lot easier around people. No, not everything deserves a Hollywood handshake. If you're giving out Hollywood handshakes right and left, even if you're having gotta have it's all the time,
It
I
means
don't know
nothing.
that I can trust you.
It means nothing.
If you're not discerning, we're not the same level of weird. And like, that's fine, but I can't trust your judgment. So, with that caveat, I did say Hollywood handshake. I mean, I really feel like this book has it all. The pacing was fantastic. The characters are great. There was not a part that felt like I was slogging through it. Every piece was interesting. I cannot wait to read the next book. I mean, that's what I look for in literature. It's funny. It's a little, there's some tense moments. I just see, even with the world building, there's so much there
You scared me for a minute there.
that I was going to say absolutely not.
No. No, I feel like that would have come up earlier. I went, okay, and I'm same. I'm a little bit of a hard grader, but I went with Gotta Have It just for the sheer fact of I think that this is like it, and I completely agree with what you said. I'm gonna be a bit of a prude right now, if I will. Um, it's got all of the things. It's perfect. I think that some of these next books are gonna be even better. So I'm thinking like this is a good beginning spot, and I'm very, very excited to see the rest. So I do gotta have it.
Agreed.
Stop it.
Okay. We are going to keep our game portion because who doesn't like to have fun?
Yes, and this is our way of being creative, and don't take this from us.
Stop trying to box me in.
Don't
This
they?
old pigeon's got to fly.
Don't they keep us down enough that you gotta take our game?
Yeah, just let us be silly.
So for this one, much like the book where, like Suzanne said earlier, where when you go outside and whatever you're wearing at the time is what you're wearing in the dungeon, we thought, what would our outfits be, or what outfit would I want to have? And just out of pure curiosity, Suzanne, did you pick items that you currently own?
Yes.
Okay, me too. So what I'm thinking too is maybe for this one, check out the Instagram, and we could
Yeah.
we could have a recreation
Yes.
of our dungeon crawler outfits.
Okay. Yeah, I went realistic with it, where I
Me
went
too.
like, what would I be wearing at 2 a.m., potentially outdoors? Like, what's the best case scenario? Because, like, sometimes it's just a bathrobe, and I would not want it to be that. But this is like something that I actually might be wearing at that time in the morning, and this is what I think would give me the best chances.
Well, and same, and then mine are all magical items because I'm magic. So
I went a little magic.
all right. Well, here, go ahead. Tell me your outfit.
Okay, so I've got on my Evil Dead shirt,
Okay.
a hoodie, joggers, Crocs, and a joint. If I'm outdoors at 2 a.m., it is very likely that that's what I'm doing. What does it do for me? My shirt, I think, that's my main thing. I'm going to get from that the ability that's resiliency of Ash in the face of certain doom.
Okay.
It's going to inspire me to just, put one foot in front of the other and come at it confidently and just do your best and fight these monsters, I think also it would imbue me with a +5 charisma because that shirt really works on guys. I really get hit on a lot in that shirt.
Anything to do with Bruce Campbell, it's
the chin.
gonna be charming.
Yeah.
It's gonna be charming.
On it, that is true actually. He's a charming man. My joint is going to give me the ability to pause time briefly. For 5 minutes a day, you could pause time with your joint.
Now,
You know what I mean?
are you actually pausing time, or do you think time is paused?
That's a joint, man. I don't know.
Okay, so it's like a 50-50, one or the other.
Yeah, like it's probably paused, but
Even-
it's hazy.
Even if time is paused for you, I feel like you're paused in the 5 minutes, but you're kind of just a cloud of smoke at that point, and nobody can hit you or anything, but you're paused.
Yes, I agree with that.
All right.
And my joggers, this is, they're they're cute, but they're utilitarian, and they give me inexhaustible legs. I could wear them forever and keep going.
I already have that.
I guess some of us weren't blessed in that way. And then the Crocs are not special, but I believe they would be my black platform fur-lined Crocs just because that's what I would wear at that time. And I feel like that would be, for me as well as Carl, a good transition to eventually becoming barefoot, because are you going to be able to keep these boots on forever? You know, I don't know.
You never know.
It might be good just to deal with things and acclimate your feet. Presley, what would you be wearing?
So mine is going to be my black silk hair bonnet, my Walmart Moo with the cats on it, and then also Crocs. Because you know what? They're versatile. And I feel like if you're not crocking, what are you doing?
This is Idiocracy, and we do all wear Crocs now. So, I mean, just lean into that part, maybe.
They are my Wally shoe, my Wally person shoe. So the bonnet would be the bonnet of blinding light, because when I take it off, my hair is so shiny and beautiful that I will blind everyone around me momentarily.
It does really work.
It helps. If you're not sleeping with a bonnet, you're out of your mind. My hair used to break like crazy on my side because I'm a side sleeper. I love to sleep on my side. And my hair used to break, and it would make little hair horns, and it was horrible. You know what got rid of that? Sleeping with a bonnet. So that's what my bonnet would blind people momentarily when I took it off. Also, it'd keep my hair nice. And especially down in a dungeon, you'd be getting split ends like a motherfucker, I'm sure.
That's true.
Like
humid, dry,
it
hot
just
sometimes.
It would be a lot.
Yeah.
My Walmart Moo would make me invisible to almost everybody, but mostly to men.
Interesting.
And it would make it so I could sneak around. And they'd be like, oh, it's a Walmart thing.
Well, and you'd have freedom of body to do like punches and kicks.
I thought that too. I'd have a lot of mobility. And like, am I wearing underpants? Probably. Who knows? My Crocs, and I'm calling these Crocs No Fox, because these Crocs would give me the ability to not have to take orders from authority figures. And I can just kind of talk my way out of anything. So if they're trying to like arrest me or punish me for something, I can just be like, not today. And then I jet out of there on my Crocs.
Interesting.
Yeah. And, so the bonnet and the Crocs together also give me the ability to smoke 2 cigarettes at once, and I don't get bad side effects from it.
Interesting.
Yeah. No point for that. That's just is what it is. Although
you gotta have hobbies.
Then I can't find human tobacco, so I guess that doesn't really matter.
I feel like they'd find a way to make it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would, who knows?
All right, well, that brings us to everyone's favorite segment.
Poetry Corner. Ooh la la.
Hello.
You've already said hello.
And welcome to Night Cheese Book Club. I'm just kidding. So Poetry Corner. We like to make up a silly poem. It started out as haikus, and we have branched out as time has gone on to be very freeform. You know, we love a limerick. We're limerick gals, but you could do some E. Cummings. You could do whatever you want. Just do a straight up rhyme. Do it.
You can't tell us what art is and isn't.
Art just is. Or is not.
Do you want to go first?
I'll go first. So I actually, this is a play on Walt Whitman.
Oh, no, okay.
Because I've been saying this while I carry the book around, just because who doesn't just make little weird, similarly referenced sayings?
Sure.
What they read. Okay. Poem start. Oh, Carl, my Carl, our fearful trip has just begun. This series is the tits so far. We're only on book 1. But oh, we've far to go, reading through the night. Oh, Carl, my Carl, though fictional, I'm attracted to your physical and mental might.
So
Poem end.
Creepy. Also, it sounded like you said fart.
Did I?
God, you're such a creep.
I mean, listen.
Stop thirsting over Carl.
And bringing up Walt Whitman.
What does that have to do with it?
I think I'm just ovulating.
Ew. My silly poem will cancel out everything you've done.
You say that, but we'll see.
I went limerick because, I'm just having fun over here. There once was a cat named Donut whose royalty and prowess was clear-cut. She wore a small crown and charmed the whole town. Boxers cover her bodyguard's whole butt.
I like it.
It was really hard to say, much like the title of the book, Dungeon Crawler Carl.
It's a consonant-full sort of...
It's something, but you know what?
Sharp letters.
Grows on you.
Yeah. I think it works. What cheese did you pair that with?
I picked a blue cheese because moldy, goblins, blah, blah, blah. I also picked a Stilton because it's crumbly like the earth.
Similarly, I went with a different blue cheese. I went with Roquefort because it's oozy.
I almost did.
And just pungent. It's got a strong flavor. You know that this is this,
It was funny to think about, like, what cheese would be on a quest.
Yeah. And it's a bit foot forward.
You know what? Yes, it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the general theme here.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, I like that.
Well, we like to wrap up every episode by saying what we're thankful for, which we call grazie and goodbye. Presley, what are you thankful for this week?
I'm going to go with I'm grateful. I love when something is popular, and I think this book is right now because I'm seeing a lot of like people bringing it up online and stuff too. I love when it's something like this and you can talk to other people about it. I love, especially with books, because half the time where you've read this book and no one else has read it, and you have to like force your family to read it so that you have somebody to talk about it with. But like with this, it feels like there'll be more conversations to be had, and I want to talk. So I don't know. I like a viral thing where everybody can kind of come together and enjoy this thing together.
That's so true, because before the internet was so big, there was just such strong cultural moments around specific things.
Yes.
And like that kind of community reminds you of like, even though we live in this weird AI world, we are still just these like animals that like to be like, do we all like this thing? Yeah. Hakta, like we can all get into something for a little bit.
Old reference.
That's what I'm trying to, that Tamagotchis.
Actually, so wait, I'd like to point this out then. We know about this book because of Kayla. Kayla recommended it to us because she's more in the know.
She's on the pulse of the nerds.
She said one of her favorite YouTubers talked about it, so she checked it out, which Kayla's on book 5 or something. She's blowing through
obsessed.
These. She loves these books. But she's the one that recommended. We were like, oh, I'll check it out. And she was right. So, but it's nice having a thing then also, obviously, for me to talk to my partner about because it's fun.
It is definitely really fun.
And she won't read the scary books, so this really works out.
And it really is like it's picking up steam. These books are good.
I know they're still talking about it. I hope they make like a live action TV.
Yeah.
I hope, or a movie. I hope they don't make a movie. There's too much to make just movies, or so if they are, it's got to be multiple movies. I think a TV series would do it justice.
Agreed. Yeah. This week I said for my grazie that I am thankful that I don't have to be on this quest, that I have a bed to sleep in and a shower available whenever I want.
I get that. Although I think you're trading something for something, because it's like maybe you're on this quest, but then you don't have to talk to like
you don't have to go to work anymore.
Yeah,
you can just actually live.
Yeah. And like it is actual like survival as opposed to right now where it's like, what's it all for,
We could all incorporate more quest into our daily lives is the point, maybe.
God, we're profound.
Oh, guys. Well, thank you for hanging out with us. We definitely are going to get into book 2 eventually. It's a doozy. We will catch you on the next episode. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Yeah, and go check out our socials. And if you want, just shoot us a message or whatever.
Yeah, like, subscribe, all of that business. Let us know if there's something you want to see.
Yeah. Or what your dungeon crawler outfit would be.
I would love that. You tell us. What would
Yeah.
you be wearing? What could you wear at 2 a.m.?
What is your magical item?
And what would happen with that?
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, we will leave you there. Remember to read cheese.
And eat books.
Bye.
Bye. Or lunch.
Oh, gosh. Bye.
Stop it.